It is Turtle Tuesday. Welcome, everybody. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to get to. It is Pride Month, and we are going to be talking about it tonight on the Turtle Tuesday live stream. Thank you all for joining me. Type a T for Turtles if you like the Ninja Turtles in the chat. Type some pizza slices. Got a lot to get to. Talking about some comics and a whole lot more. Tales of the TMNT. Hold on to your shells. Get excited. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go! Welcome to my Ninja Turtles channel. It's 9 p.m. in New York City, the Big Apple. And this is the Ninja Turtles Show. Cowabunga! Your weekly live stream every Turtle Tuesday covering Ninja Turtles news, toys, cartoons, comics, video games, and more. Pizza heaven! Tonight's show is no different. Tonight we're talking about a little bit of comic book news. Exciting comic book news. Type a T in the chat if you like the Ninja Turtles comics. Talking about Tales of the TMNT as well, TV show. We're talking about a very popular Ninja Turtles meme. I know you've all seen it. We're going to go into the origin of this meme. Pretty interesting. So make sure to hit the like button, slash the like button, subscribe if you don't already here on YouTube. Send in a chat, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. Go subscribe over on Rumble as well. And of course, follow on X, follow on Twitter at my TMNT channel. Lots of action on Twitter recently, so follow along over there. And recently I posted a video about TMNT Y2K. Speaking of stuff I posted about Ninja Turtles recently. Posted a video about TMNT in the year 2000. TMNT Y2K. Always wanted to make a video with all those acronyms. TMNT Y2K. And tonight we're doing TMNT LGBTQ. So I love all those acronyms. And let me go to my retro screen, my Y2K screen. By the way, Britney Spears was very hot. And you see Britney Spears now, you forget that Britney Spears, who knew that Britney Spears looked like this? I was unaware. So going back to the retro days, the dial-up days of 1999, year 2000, nothing was released in the year 2000 for Ninja Turtles. So I thought that was interesting. I thought that was something you guys might want to hear about. This is my retro screen, of course, my Y2K Ninja Turtles screen. This is my Ninja Turtles channel, Y2K. But check that video out if you haven't already. It's a short video. And I wanted to say thank you all for checking out that video, and thank you all for joining me tonight. That was the plug for last week's video. What's going on, Misa Ori, JR24, Bonjour, Gen X Catholic, Joe Curious. How's it going, guys? Lots going on this week. Thank you all for joining me. So that video went back to the past, the Y2K video, but next thing I wanted to mention, going to the future. I'm going to have a video this Saturday. I think this Saturday. We'll see. So check out new video this Saturday. And also, speaking of new Ninja Turtles stuff coming out this week, you want to talk about some other new Ninja Turtles items and stories. New comic book coming out this week, Ninja Turtles Alpha. This is kind of the transition to the new era of Ninja Turtles. There's no longer going to have Sophie Campbell as a writer for now. Moving on from that chapter, the IDW Volume 1 era is closed. The first 150 issues. Now they're moving on to a new era with a new writer, Jason Aaron, and this is going to be his first story that we have seen published. So this is going to be an introduction to Jason Aaron, the new writer, with a new artist as well, Chris Burnham. And it's going to be 2 stories in this one shot. It's just a one-shot issue, and good old Tom Waltz is returning with an old Hobbs story with Gavin Smith on art, the wonderful Gavin Smith, and of course Rhonda Pattison on colors. Love Gavin Smith's art, and Rhonda Pattison is a legend. So this is going to be a nice little one-shot introduction to Jason Aaron's writing style and all that, and an introduction to a new era of Ninja Turtles. I think they're kind of doing like a return to New York kind of thing. All the brothers are going to be separated, and they have to get back together, and I think they might even be calling it Return to New York. I thought they already did this storyline, but it might be interesting to see it done again. Maybe Return to New York Part 2. A new fresh take on it, that kind of thing. JR24 says, have I read Kevin Eastman's autobiography? I think I have. I know there were 2 art books. I think Autobiography was released by Heavy Metal, and then it was re-released by Nickelodeon or something. I think I have the Nickelodeon copy. I'm not sure if there's a difference, but great book, and I'm expecting some great art. I know Kevin Eastman is going to continue to do covers for the comic book, so that is something to look forward to. And it is Pride Month, and we are going to be talking about it. Next thing I wanted to mention is Pride Month. Got a little bit of a Pride Month update. Now, I saw someone posted this picture on the TMNT Reddit of Sunita and April. These are 2 characters from Rise of the TMNT. And I don't really have a problem with either of these characters in the show. I don't have a problem with the artist who drew this or anything. You know, the art is okay. The art is good. I like the art. And the person who drew this is obviously a big fan. But I do find it strange when anyone fantasizes about like underage characters from a kid's show getting into gay relationships or straight romantic relationships. And then draws it and shares it to a bunch of people. These characters aren't even necessarily gay in the show. They're just friends. So I found that weird. And these people that post stuff like this, I don't want to say these people. Of course, I judge everyone individually. I really try not to judge anyone. I treat everyone as an individual. So when I say these people that post stuff like this, they feel that Ninja Turtles is like 100% about gay acceptance. They can't fathom a world where Ninja Turtles isn't about being gay. Or like an allegory for being gay. And I just don't understand that viewpoint. Like, to me, Ninja Turtles is about brotherhood and family. It's action adventure. It's comedy. It's it's not a story. It's not like a metaphor for the gay experience and being an outcast. And it's not like gay people are even outcasts or anything. Honestly, you see these companies, every big company celebrates Pride Month. Apple, Amazon, JP Morgan Chase, the biggest bank in the world. So the oppression thing, I don't understand that anymore. And I really just don't understand Pride Month and celebrating it. But this person has a whole month. The artist has a whole month planned of Pride Month drawings. And I just, honestly, like I'm saying, it's just not what it's about to me. And it's not what TMNT is about, using these characters as an excuse to draw gay couples or something. And a lot of these are a stretch. I'm thinking Bebop and Rocksteady, 87 Donatello is LGBTQ. Who knew? So I think the people that draw these things, they insert their own opinions a lot of the time. It's kind of like a fantasy. That's what weirds me out is that they have like a fantasy about all this stuff. And 2003, April and Irma. Who knew? April and Irma aren't a couple. They just have these weird fantasies where they pair everyone up. Casey and Donatello. They even have Casey and April. A man and a woman. How is Casey and April on the LGBTQ pride? Everyone has become gay, even the straight couples. So I don't know what's going on with these romance and the shipping. Karai and Shinigami, Shredder and Krang. Anytime someone's a couple, apparently they're a gay couple now. It's you can't have friends. You can't just have 2 people of the same sex on screen anymore without the LGBTQ crowd turning it into a whole thing. Even Leonardo and Usagi are a couple, apparently. If you see 2 people on screen, these people turn them into a gay couple. And I just find it strange. I just don't ever do that. I don't ever do that with straight couples. I don't see straight people doing that. Pairing people up. Oh, they should date. They should date. They should date. It's kind of strange. And the whole Leonardo and Usagi thing is they smile at each other. Back in the 80s, there's a comic book panel and they essentially smile at each other. Like Usagi gives Leonardo a compliment. And Leonardo like smiles and kind of like is flattered. And they say that it's like a thing that they smiled at each other, that they complimented each other and smiled. And now they're a gay couple. I just think it's friendship. He's flattered. He gave him a couple. 2 guys can hang out and not be gay. Like I saw on the chart that they have Rise, Splinter, and Baron Draxum. That's kind of like a dad and a stepdad situation. Just because you have 2 dads doesn't mean that they're with each other. You could have like a dad and a stepdad. You have 2 dads. But Dilsey says it's more of a ship fandom thing over solely a gay thing. Oh, maybe they're interested in the romances or something. I just find it strange finding the romantic angle in the kind of kids show. It's just a little bit of a stretch more than anything. JR24 says, I have a sibling that is trans. I don't think they care about Pride Month. Yeah, that's kind of how I am. Like if the LGBTQ crowd, just be like just be you and do your thing and don't make a big deal about whatever you're doing. I don't see any, just don't make a big fuss, and no one really cares. Honestly, people are so self-centered. People don't care. So let's like I was saying, these things are a little bit of a stretch. Tataruzu says, I ship Mutant Mayhem April with a wood chipper. That's an interesting couple. Even wood chippers are LGBTQ friendly now. Wood chippers can be bi. Trans wood chippers. Could just be a paper shredder that thinks it's a wood chipper. Greetings, Tataruzu. Thank you for joining us. And I saw this comment that really exemplified and really put a nail in it. This person said, Happy Pride Month to 2012 Hamato Yoshi holding a fan in the time travel episode. So apparently holding a fan in one episode makes you gay. Everyone, if you've ever held a fan, you're gay. Which is just it's a stretch. There's like a single scene of someone holding a fan and suddenly they're gay. Honestly, holding a fan is kind of gay. He is right that holding a fan, like those Asian fans and you're fanning yourself, ooh, it is a little gay. But it's a little bit of a stretch at the same time. So, Leonardo and Usagi smile at each other once in the 80s. Suddenly they're a gay couple. Hamato Yoshi holds a fan. He's bi. And it just leads to a weird crowd. It attracts furries and stuff. And I gotta say, gays and lesbians and trans and furries, they're like 10% of the population or something. But when you cater to them and include stuff to turn them on and get their rocks off, it's really going to turn off 95%. You cater to 5%, you're going to turn off 95% of the public. And they include little stuff like this that people find and really zone in on. They really lock in on this scene where even in straight romantic relationships, they find some sort of weird sexual angle. I just don't want the whole sexual thing, gay or straight or anything. I don't really want sexual romantic relationships in the comic. It always gets kind of weird when they have these foreplay romantic scenes. Like, I'm not trying to read a romance novel. This isn't like 50 Shades of Grey or something. It just doesn't really fit. And I think having the sexualized teenage characters, it's a little creepy. So people find panels like this where where Alapex is grabbing onto Raph's pecs and they make it a whole thing. And I don't want to be reading the same comic book that like a furry is whacking off to. If that's gatekeeping, I don't know. But and honestly, with all the gay content and whatnot, attracting these people, IDW TMNT became a gay slice of life furry fan fiction. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Where? I don't want to read the same comic as these people. I don't want to. I'm against for allowing for sexual content for the most part in romantic stuff. It's a little weird. There's always this weird gray line where it becomes smut, it becomes pornographic and not just romantic. And encouraging, inviting, courting these people. I saw an ad for My Little Pony on the back of the TMNT Saturday Morning Adventures comic. And about these bronies and they go to these conventions and they're all dressed up like horses and they're they're whizzing on each other. It's just a whole thing. It's just strange. If you're LGBTQ or something, just be a normal LGBTQ person. You don't have to be one of these crazy activists. But Daniel says, the only romantic couple I'm perfectly fine with is Casey and April, and that's it. And I would say with Casey and April in the comics, they really don't even ever show Casey and April kissing in any sort of graphic way. It's not like they're showing like Casey and April getting it on or anything. I think they have like maybe shown them like looking at each other in an intimate way a couple times. And that was I think that was like in the Jenica miniseries. I thought that was too much. It doesn't fit with the vibe, the tone of Ninja Turtles, if you ask me. But these people are entitled to their opinions. I would kind of like to speak to some of them. They have this idea that TMNT is solely about being gay and the gay experience. But some people disagree. I saw some of these comments and they're saying Post 100 has a new writer and she has dabbled with romance and relationships more than any other series. This person didn't personally like it or think it worked very well. Next person says a terrible writer took over and used the platform for furry nonsense. Next person says Sophie is an excellent artist, but not a good writer. The other person says here, I'm reading Post 100 now, and they think it would have been a good run without the romance stuff. But, I don't know. Seems like it's just a little too much, maybe. It's just a little bit too much of a focus. And sometimes I think these LGBTQ activist type people, they go out of their way to just like post something very provocative and crazy just to ruffle people's feathers. Like I saw this trans Leo headcanon. Everything's a headcanon. You know, he smiled one time. He's trans. Oh, he had hair in one episode. He's definitely trans. Tata Ruzu says, at least they're acknowledging that the comic has indeed become a gay slice of life furry fanfic. Yeah, and the people that appeals to is like 0.1% of the population. Honestly, I would say the biggest market for comic books is straight guys. And straight, you know, this is going to sound weird. Straight guys are homophobic. If you're a straight guy and you're not a little homophobic, it's like you might not be a straight guy. I would say in general, if you're like marketing to them, you just have to know that. And it doesn't make it right or wrong. It's just kind of a fact. So seeing these like Leonardo is trans with all these flags and everything's a flag that signifies something. If you're straight and you're not a little homophobic, you're not straight. But he's got a gay flag, a demi-romantic flag, and a bi-gender flag. And I think this is the point where the LGBTQ crowd maybe jumped the shark, is neo-pronouns and completely just made up stuff, demi-romantic. What does that even mean? It's like I'm attracted to people I feel romance with. It's like a bi-gender. What is bi-gender? I experience two genders. There's too many words. It's just become a little too much, and it's become too self-indulgent and involved, and it's bizarre. It was a fad. It seems, you know, these people, I have love for all these people, and they're entitled to do whatever they want to an extent, but I do feel like the LGBTQ thing was like a craze. It was a fad. Like pronouns were a fad. If you're like a straight guy and you're obviously a straight, normal appearing guy, hetero, all that, you don't need to have your pronouns. Your name is Jake or something. We know. We get it. You're he, him. We got it. Not everyone needs to be a gay activist and you know, all these weird subcultures of gay, you know, and I just find all these drawings, they're all teenagers. The turtles are teenagers. And they, you know, they draw it's April and Sunita, and then it's Raph and Donnie. These things are all kind of next to each other. I'd say the incest crowd is definitely adjacent to the LGBTQ plus crowd. Maybe that's what the plus stands for. You know, in the underage crowd, they're adjacent to the LGBTQ crowd too. There's people campaigning, oh, love is love. Love is love? Oh, it's all about consent. Like, not if, you know, kids can't consent to things. And I don't know. It's just a little, all these things have been said before. It's so cliche, but, so that's the Pride Month update. What can I say? I think Pride Month is weird. Why are we celebrating people if they're gay? If they're gay, that's fine. Be gay. Do your thing. But why are we celebrating you? I mean, I just don't understand why we are celebrating one particular group and not another. It's like we're encouraging people to be gay, and I don't think that's right. I just don't believe in encourage. How about you just be yourself and not... it's like they tried to make gay being cool. Oh, you're just straight? How boring. I'm bisexual. Yeah, you still don't have a personality. Congrats, you have pronouns? Wow. I'm not going to, you know, congratulations. But you're not special. It's a little bit annoying. And to make everybody do your thing with your pronouns, I'm Caesar. Are you? Okay. But what can you say? Dilsey says, I mean, April and Casey were giving each other bedroom eyes in the 90s movie. Oh yeah, more than bedroom eyes. Casey is grabbing her and stuff. That scene was a little weird. I think even a straight scene like that is a little weird. The like awkward massage scene, it's a little forward in the movie, and I think even that stuck out a little bit. I don't know. JR24 says TMNT is very straight. It's not very straight. It's not straight or gay. It's just the Ninja Turtles. I don't know. But yeah, it's about four brothers and the dad and stuff. And JR24 says when we say homophobic, we just mean scared of gay stuff, not hate. Well, yeah, so that's the Pride Month segment. What can I say? So let's move along. What is up next? We talked about it. Tales of the TMNT, the TV show coming out later this year. Tales of the TMNT, August 2024. They released this new poster, and it's something to look forward to. It's going to be on Paramount Plus. You guys excited for this one? I'm a little bit on the fence. I am excited for a new Ninja Turtle show, of course. I do like the way the sketchy drawings look. I hope the animation is better than the teaser they showed. It was just a teaser, but it was they should have just shown a still image. So I do like the sketchy artwork. I think that art style is really cool. It works great in the movie and looks great in 3D. It looks great in 2D also. So I am excited on one hand. On the other hand, I'm not that excited, and I saw some toys that they're going to be releasing. I think this might be wave 3 of the toys, and I saw that 3 robots are featured. And of course, it's cool to see Metalhead, this new version of Metalhead, in the center. Cool to see Metalhead, of course. And I think one of those is called Mechazoid, and one of these is Bishop. I think the one on the far right-hand side of the screen is Bishop. And it's weird to release 3 robots at one time, and honestly, they're kind of boring-looking robots. They all kind of look similar. Daniel says, nope, not excited. JR24 says, meh. That's kind of how I feel as well. It's cool to get a new show. I'm sure there'll be a couple good episodes, but I'd like a more mature take on the Turtles, and I bet the show starts off very young-oriented and then ages up as it goes on as well to move towards the second movie. So I prefer an older, more mature version of the Turtles is one of the things I'm looking for. One of the things I did notice, they're re-releasing all the Turtles, and they have some more accessories. They have black straps. I love when the Ninja Turtles have black straps and black bands and bandanas and stuff. It's such a cool, tough look. And they have a bunch of extra accessories, pardon me. And it's something I noticed about Michelangelo. He's got these new black wraps, and they look tough, a little bit tougher. You know, they got a new look for the Tales of the TMNT show. But one thing I noticed, Michelangelo might not have any braces. Did Michelangelo get his braces off? Breaking news. Breaking news. Oh, an air horn breaking news. Jeez Louise. Breaking news, everybody. Coming at ya. Mikey got his braces off. News at 7. News at 7, 10, and 11 on Channel 6 coming at you. Mikey got his braces off. Is that even news? What am I doing? Is that even news? I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Maybe he gets his braces. He still had his braces on the packaging, so we'll see. I know everyone really cares about Mikey's orthodontic situation. Everyone is on the edge. That was the number one unraveled plot thread from the movie. Everyone must know what's up with Mikey's braces. I hope they never explain where he got them from. I think it's funnier to never explain where he got braces from. What could be funnier than just he has them and they're just there? There's no sort of weird story that's funnier than just they're there and it's inexplicable. So Michelangelo maybe has no braces. That's the whole plot line to the second movie is Michelangelo getting his braces off. They have to find an orthodontist. They get insurance. They have to navigate the whole, getting insurance, the whole healthcare. They have to navigate the whole healthcare scene. So next thing I wanted to talk about is a classic Ninja Turtles thing, a meme. A classic Ninja Turtles meme that I'm sure you've all seen. I'm sure you've all seen this Ninja Turtles meme. It's a classic one. It's like the, they walked so you could run. I don't know. Does this meme have a specific name? I don't know what the specific name of this one is. I always think of it as like the old and young, like someone walked so you could run meme. So you see it used. Splinter is old and he's taking care of the young turtles. And then the turtles grow up and they take care of old Splinter. So it's a really sweet drawing. It's a really sweet meme. And I discovered the origin of this meme recently. Here's the way you see this used usually. Here's the way you see this used. So you see, like, Atari is a really old video game system, and Atari walked, so, Sega, Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, now they're all grown up, so Atari was the trailblazer for the other companies, just like Splinter was the father to the Turtles. Or you see this, like, Skype was the first video chatting software, and then now you have Discord and Zoom and Teams and all that. It's a very sweet drawing. It's a very sentimental meme. It's always done in a sweet kind of sweet way. And I found out the origin. It's just some artist. Some artist just posted this in January 2017. So way back in the year 2017, in January, this person posted this. Puna Nazuki. They have a bunch of awesome Ninja Turtles art. And for one reason or another, this one just... I think in like 2018, it became a meme and it became real popular. It's been around for a few years. It's like a classic meme. It's a vintage meme at this point. But it was interesting to see that it was just some artist just, put out a picture. And it's just, I agree, Dilsey. It's a really sweet picture. TMNT Station says, ICQ, screw Skype, LOL. JR24, very nice art. It is very nice art. It's a beautiful drawing and it's like very sweet. and it doesn't even have words. And it's one of those beautiful drawings that it doesn't even need words. You understand exactly what's going on. You know, we all have families, and we've all had people who have taken care of us, and then you got to take care of other people and pass it along and pay it forward and all that. So it was nice to see the origin of this drawing. Beautiful drawing. I highly suggest following Puna Nozuki on Twitter and on Tumblr. So they posted it with the caption here. The caption is gentleman. The caption, I think it's Japanese. The caption is gentleman. And then 4 minutes later, they posted the same picture on Tumblr with the caption father. So whether you want to call it gentleman in Japanese, I think, or it's father. They wrote father in English. I think the artist is a she, wrote father in English. Joe Curious says, just like how I grew up with my grandparents. Yeah, everyone takes care of someone, and everyone gets taken care of by someone, and no one would be here otherwise. So we all have people in our lives that they did nice stuff for you. It's nice to pay them back, and it's nice to help out when you can. And even if you can't help out that specific person, you help out someone else. So highly recommend checking out Puna Nozuki. I should have gathered some of their other art, because some of their other art is just beautiful. They draw the Michael Bay turtles. They draw like the 2012 style. They have like all these unique cartoon styles and all these like really dramatic, beautiful, like realistic styles as well. So it's just great to see this great art and find out the origin of it. I just went on one of those like know your meme. It wasn't hard. It's not like I discovered it or anything. It's well known who made this meme, but I just never really realized how it came about or what it was. It was someone just with a sweet drawing. So an artist just had this idea and they put out a sweet drawing, a very sentimental drawing. So that's where it came from. 2017, Puna Nozuki. Hope I'm saying that right. Big shout out to Puna Nozuki. Always great to find a nice sentimental story like that. Something real sweet. That's what Ninja Turtles is about. I think this picture is what Ninja Turtles is about. More so than the pictures we were looking at earlier. This is representative of what Ninja Turtles is and should be, and has the widest, most broad appeal. This is what people like Ninja Turtles for. People who read into the Ninja Turtles and find everyone to be an LGBTQ character, they're reading into every character, and this is what it's about, if you ask me. And I think this has a broader appeal and a deeper, richer meaning also. But so that's my sentimental note for the end of the show. My sentimental note. Now it's tea time. What can I say? So that was the show for today. I don't like doing those Pride Month stories. I feel like I'm whining or complaining. I'm not anti-Pride Month. I'm not anti-anybody. I treat everyone I meet as an individual. I'm not a hateful person. I'm not going around yelling or anything. But I just the gay culture stuff. It's become they've gotten carried away. It's become unavoidable, and it's just become too much. It's just become annoying. What can I say? Let's have some tea. Enough of that. Let's have some tea. Let's have some tea. And like if you disagree with like the they draw the pictures of like the gay kids together and like everybody, it's like gay incest. And if you're against that, you're homophobic. So I'm like, okay, then I guess I'm homophobic. If being being pro incest drawings of underage people is homophobic, didn't count me out. So tea time. Tataruzu, good point. Thank you. Tataruzu, if you could make a video about that and articulate it much better than I can, I would appreciate that. If you could take my rambling, stuttering, annoying, poorly thought out diatribe and turn it into something useful, I would like that. JR24 says TMNT is best being a family story, and I completely agree. It's not a romance story, gay or straight romance. It's not like I'm yearning for some sort of straight love. I'm not yearning for Casey. I don't want to see softcore Casey and April getting it on. I'm not yearning for that. I know some people, I did the April O'Neil should be hot thing. And some people assume that means, oh, he thinks she should be hot. He wants to do April O'Neil. And I'm just saying it like, she should be beautiful. Like, there are many things that I find beautiful that are not sexual nature. You can find, is a sunset not beautiful? And I just think these people they immediately associate beauty or attractiveness with a sexual thing. And I think there's just something weird about that. It's like everything is sexual, and it's like I'm sometimes beauty is just it's like a building can be beautiful. It's just a sunset, like I said, but to each their own, I guess. To an extent, I don't know. There are limits to this sort of thing. You can't do whatever you want, so. Tataruzu says, I volunteer to do April if you don't want to, MNTC. Doom Guy says, the first TMNT film romantic connection between Casey April was done extremely well. Yeah, they kind of just, it's very subtle. They hint, they barely get around, it's just a flirty look. David, to draw, what's going on? Family dynamics of Rise is best, wholesome Hamato depiction. I agree. I like the family dynamics in Rise. And I certainly didn't think there was any gay romances brewing in Rise. It seems like there was no romances in Rise. I didn't see it between Baron Draxum and Splinter and Warren Stone and Hypnopotamus. They're like roommates in the show. Not all roommates are gay lovers. But, I don't know. So, that's that. So that is the show for this week. And I wish all those people well. I know that person's a big fan that drew those drawings, and I'd like to chat with them. I have no hard feelings or anything. I'm not a hateful, mean person or anything. I'm curious more than anything, and I'm just kind of weirded out more than anything. It's like they always find these sexual, everything is so sexual, and they're always looking at reading into stuff too much. Just walking around all horny and sexed up. You know what they need to chill out? They need to get some pizza steam vape. They need to step outside, get a pizza vape like me. Where's my pizza steam vape? Where is it here? My pizza steam vape. It's good to relax. After a long, hard show, pizza steam vape in the alley with my Ninja Turtles channel. You get 2 puffs of pizza steam. Doom Guy says, pizza makes me hot, not gonna lie. Yeah. He's a pizza sexual. It's good to have a little pizza steam. Now we're all relaxed. We had our tea. We had a nice little tea time. Talked about Pride Month. Talked about some new comic books. Alpha comes out tomorrow. I'm excited for the Alpha comic. We talked about my TMNT Y2K video. Go check that out if you haven't already. Go check that out. We talked about the origin of the meme. I like that meme. It's a good one. So that is it. That is it. And thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate it. Tato Ruzu, JR24, au revoir. Doom Guy, thank you for joining me. David 2Draw, Misa Ori, Joe Curious Torrance, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. I like seeing your names here. Dilsey, TMNT Station, Daniel, thank you so much, guys. I hope you had a good Turtle Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed the show. Gen X Catholic. Might have a new video this Saturday. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm playing it by ear. We'll see. We'll see. But thank you for tuning in. Type a T for Turtles if you like the Ninja Turtles. Before we go, one last T for Turtles. And T for thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. T for thank you from me to you. And I guess that's the end of the show. Another show, another week. Another show, another week. Another old notch on the belt. That's it. Well, that's it. Like I said, thank you so much for joining me. That's Turtle Tuesday, and that's the end of the show. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Slash the like button with a katana. Slash the like button with a katana. Oh, thank you. My classic avatar. Thank you, JR24. Yeah, this is the old original avatar. Did you guys like the South Park one earlier? Tried this. I don't have like a South Park Cartman impression or anything, but I just thought it looked cool. It looked simple. Wanted to try something new. Been trying out the new avatars recently. Switching it up. It's like I got a makeover. I got a facelift or something. But that's it. That is it. I've said it all. Talked about Pride Month and incest and trans people. And, I wish all these people well. I have love for all these people. All that. You know the standard disclaimer you have to say when you talk about this stuff. The sensitive taboo talk. It's a very sensitive taboo. Don't have any hate in my heart for any of these people, but it's been a good week. We got that meme origin as well. Splinter walked so the turtles could run. Nice wholesome meme. And the biggest news of all, Michelangelo getting his braces off. That is the biggest news of the week. That's what we're all excited for. And you'll be waiting at the edge of your seats for the update about Michelangelo's teeth situation for next year. So slash the like button, subscribe if you don't already. Thank you for joining me. I've said it all. I've been rambling for a long time. Just one thing left to say. Cowabunga! Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and share this video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Ninja Turtles videos like this.